Hey, what is going on? You keep refrigerated, right? You today we're taking a look at what might be the best deck, or not, if not the best deck, one of the best decks coming out of Brilliant Stars, and it's Arceus V-Star Duraludon. So of course, Arceus V-Star, one of the best cards, probably the best card to come out of Brilliant Stars. To 80 HP to V-Star Pokemon, so it's worth 2 prize cards. It's got the Trinity Nova attack for 200 damage for colors. Shoot your deck for 3 basic energies and attach them to your V Pokemon in any way you like. And then it has the Star Birth ability, and this is a huge part of this card because it lets you consistently pull off your go-to play or a huge play on turn 2 pretty much every single game. As long as you get out that Arceus V on the first turn and you can find the Arceus V-Star on the second turn, you're doing what you want to do on your turn 2. So you got Arceus V-Star in here. It's one of the main attackers in the deck. We play a 4-3 of that. We actually only play a 2-3 Duraludon VMAX, and I'll get why we play it as a 2-3 line. So of course 2 Duraludon V, and then the primary attacker in some matchups, secondary attacker in other matchups or scenarios is the Duraludon VMAX, 330 HP. The Skyscraper ability can't be hit by or prevent all damage to this Pokemon by attack from your opponent's Pokemon that have any special energy attached to it. So DTE is a big reason that Duraludon is that much better right now. It has the G-Max pulverization, of course, for the 220 and isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's Pokemon. So those are the Pokemon energy. We are playing at 4 of those DTE. It provides 2 colorless energy, but you do 20 less damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So this allows us to make big plays with Arceus turn 2 with the Trinity Nova, or even turn 1 going second. We can use Trinity Charge on the first turn, which is why this deck I feel like is so good, because even if you go second, you can still use Trinity Charge turn 1 and you search for 3 basic energy and attach them to your V Pokemon in any way you like. So you're still loading up a Duraludon for the following turn. So yeah, DTE, huge part of this deck. And then we got 3 fighting and 6 metal energy in here as our basic energy to load up and play to set up our Duraludons, or to set up other Arceus as well, to be honest, because some games we actually use 2 or even 3 Arceus sometimes. All right, so let's talk about why we play 3 Duraludon VMAX and 2 Duraludon V. So some matchups we want to set up 2 Duraludon VMAX. Some matchups we're fine with just setting up 1. Like, that's fine. We don't need more than the extra Duraludon VMAX. So one of the things that can happen with Duraludon is you put down your Duraludon V and your opponent boss KOs it, right? And then you have to bench another Duraludon V, and then they boss KO that one. And it's like, well, now I can't. Well, now you could bench a third Duraludon V, but now they can kind of just KO your Arceus to close out the game at that point. So to kind of get around that potential situation that can come up, we actually play a 1 of Single Strike Mustard. And you might be like, well, that's kind of hard to set up. But it's not that hard to actually set up through the Star Birth ability. Being able to search your deck for any 2 cards, it's actually not that difficult to set up a Mustard play and use the Mustard to directly get a Duraludon VMAX into play. Now, we don't play like 4 Mustard or anything like that, because continuously using it or consistently using it every single turn can be a little bit difficult to do, but we have to do it once in those few scenarios where your opponent kind of locks your Duraludon V out of play to make sure you can get that Duraludon VMAX into play. Make sure you get into play so your opponent isn't just boss chasing your Duraludons over and over again. It's pretty good. So yeah, 1 of Mustard in there for that scenario. I actually haven't done it yet, but it's gotten very close to the point where I've like needed it. It is not that super common, but it is like a great option to have around. So the Mustard is a really cool card to have in the deck for that option. And then of course, rest of the supporters we got here: 4 Boss, 4 Marty, 4 Research, and 4 Pokegear. I also tried this deck out with Adventurers Discovery, and I might go back to the Adventurers Discovery build, to be honest, because it was pretty good. I'm unsure which build I think is better, but currently we're going heavy on the Quick Ball, heavy on the Ultra Ball, also heavy on the DTE, so we can pull off potentially that Trinity Charge on that first turn going second. That's like the main reason to play this build over something like the Adventurers Discovery build. The Adventurers Discovery build a little bit slower, not going to as often pull off the turn 1 Trinity Charge, because you're not playing something like a Marnie or a Research to help you find like the switch plus the DTE to get the Arceus in the active, or if the Arceus is already in the active, just find the DTE. So a little bit faster of a build, this build, compared to something like the Adventurers Discovery build. But I did really like the Adventurers Discovery build, but I also really like this build. The last cards I'll talk about is we do have the Collapse Stadium in here. I'm not sure if this is better than Crystal Cave, but it didn't feel like the healing was doing a whole ton, so I was like, well, I don't need more than like 2, maybe 3 bench Pokemon. So if I can limit my opponent who probably wants to have access to 5 to 4, maybe that's like a better benefit than something like the Crystal Cave heal, which is only 30 damage, off your Duraludon. So I wasn't feeling like I was getting a ton of value out of the Crystal Cave. So I've been trying the Collapse Cave, but I'm not sure it's actually better overall. But we do definitely want to play a Stadium in here to counter our opponent's Stadium, specifically Paths of the Peak, which not only shuts down our Duraludon's Skyscraper ability, so special Pokemon with special energy can hit us, but it also stops our Star Birth. So we want a Stadium there to get rid of those pesky Paths to the Peak. And the last card, we do play 1 Choice Belt. So DTE does reduce the damage we do by 20. So when we look at something like that Trinity Nova, we're doing 200 damage, but if we have a DTE on it, we're actually only doing, 180 damage, but we can boost it up to 210 to start taking knockouts on certain V Pokemon for a really, really crazy powerful turn 2, for like turn 2 knockout on like a Suicune, or I don't know what other RCs or what other Vs have 210 HP. But I've had it come up quite a few times actually, where it's been like the choice belt has been pretty clutch. So I really like that in there. For just those clutch scenarios, just clutch, just a one-up, and we can just find it with Starbirth when we need it. But otherwise, we have the big charms for the generally put on our attackers, make them a little bit bigger, make them a little bit harder to KO. An Arceus that's only worth 2 prize cards with 310 HP is pretty scary. So a big charm on an Arceus V-Star, that's just annoying. You're almost never getting 1-hit KO'd, and it's only worth 2 prize cards when you do 2-hit KO. So it's pretty ridiculous. And guys, that's gonna do it for the list. If you guys enjoy the video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe. Also, I've been doing huge streams over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AzulGG. First link in the description, give it a click, give it a follow, like 10-12 hour streams, and I plan on doing more of those coming up over the weekend. So if you guys need more Brilliant Stars content, besides just what I put out here on the YouTube channel, make sure you go follow the Twitch channel, first thing in the description, like I said. And then if you need cards or codes, if you need Brilliant Stars cards or codes, fullgripgames.com and fullgripcodes.com. Get your cards and codes over there. And let's go ahead, let's get into it. Let's play some games with the Duraludon Arceus. All right, we lost the coin flip here, so we'll probably be going second. Like I said, it's possible my opponent chooses to go second, but I think it's most likely, yeah, we'll be going second here. Ooh, an Arceus start would have been pretty good there. We had the DTE, so we could have got that turn 1 Trinity charge. No such luck, though. And we mulliganed it twice overall. And no, we got the DTE, but no Arceus to be found. No Quick Ball, no Ultra Ball, no Arceus. And that's what we're lacking here. But if we get that off the top deck, we'll be in a pretty good spot. We have 12 outs to that, so our top deck odds are pretty good of getting off the turn 1 Trinity charge. But yeah, it's all on that top deck right now. But we'd be in a pretty good spot if we can find it, to be honest. I think we'll be in an okay spot if we can find it. We'll see, though. My opponent also playing Arceus Duraludon, it looks like. So we got a little bit of a mirror match going on. It did not find it. So we're going to have to go with the Marnie and hope we draw into switch DTE Arceus, I guess. Or even just Arceus energy wouldn't be terrible. And, of course, with this Marnie, could disrupt our opponent's pretty well and leave them in not such a great spot. Okay, we almost got there. Actually, we did not get the switch card, but it's not it's not the end of everything. End turn, go back over to my opponent. It still is looking fine. We got the turn 2 attack off, and we might even go for oh, here come the crushing hammers. Let's see how these go. That's a heads. Okay, that's gonna set us back quite a bit. Have to go for like a Trinity charge next turn now. My opponent's going for a Trinity charge. Yeah, they're going to have a Trinity charge set up themselves, actually. And those people to start setting up there next. That's actually pretty unfortunate for us. Duraludon now. Yeah, they're going to get off the first attack still. Unfortunate crushing hammer there for us. But still definitely winnable. We should get those energy in play. We actually want to set up like a lot of Arceus in this matchup so we can kind of run between Arceus and hit and run and hit and run and hit and run like that. So we do want to set up like even potentially like 3 Arceus. And then obviously the Duraludons as well would be nice. With the Pokegear first. Got the research, okay. So I have to go with that Trinity charge. Don't want to lose a Duraludon though. I'm just gonna evolve and research, I think. And then we'll try and put it together after that. We'll have to try and put the Trinity charge together after this. Okay, so we got the Ultra Ball. Go to 2 Collapse Stadium. Grab ourselves the Arceus. And then we're going to have to go with that. Oops. Starbirth for the switch in the DTE. I don't think I want to play the escape rope. Although I don't even know if it was in there, to be honest. So Arceus, DTE, switch. And then yeah, we're going to load up our Duraludon here, I think. I think we just fully load the Duraludon. I can't think of a reason why I wouldn't just want to fully load Duraludon here and set up anything else. So I think we're just going to go all in on Duraludon here. And then, yeah, we'll see what our opponents got. See what they can pull off. I think we're just going to keep throwing. Yeah, we're definitely going to be behind. We're just, like, behind in the current scenario. So we're going to have to keep throwing, like, Marnies at them. And hope they kind of disrupt our opponent. But they can get the first knockout here on this Arceus V. They could even go with like a boss KO on my Duraludon V, to be honest, if they wanted to. But I think they'll probably try and take a knockout or an attack with the... Oh, they're not even going to attack with the V-Star. They're just going to switch out. And they also still have their V-Star... what's it called as well? Okay, so we get the first hit on the VMAX, which is nice, though. So we're going to be the first person to hit a VMAX here, which is definitely nice. It's definitely nice to be able to do that. How much will it actually matter? I guess we're going to find out. And I got to start working on my next VMAX here. I don't hate the idea of like a boss KO on the benched V-Star. There is a boss, so I can go for it. Like I said, I don't hate the idea of it. I feel like it doesn't set us up in the best spot possible. I feel like I need a find like a draw supporter here. Once again, like I said, Marnie seems like a pretty good one. Research is fine though. Got like 2 potential dead cards in the hand. We should get to attach return here. Play the research. Hopefully find ourselves the VMAX. Yeah, got the VMAX there. Can protect our Duraludon. And definitely want to hold the energies as well. Yeah, we don't want our opponent just like boss KO that Duraludon. That would actually be pretty bad. So get the VMAX out. Trying to protect it. And we get the first hit on their VMAX. Like I said, that's definitely seems like a good thing overall to get the first hit on the VMAX. We'll see how much it actually ends up mattering though. They do have the 3 basic energy on the Arceus V. So that means they can hit into our Duraludon VMAX and then set up a bunch more energy in play. Of course, basic energy, and neither of us play like a ridiculous amount of basic energy. They're probably playing something similar to what I have here in like the, you know, what am I playing? 3, 6. They might play a little bit more. It's possible they're playing like the build that plays only like 2 DTE. So they could be playing less DTE overall, to be honest. So if they have a couple more basic energy, they could set it up to the point. But we can also chase the next Pokemon they try and set up off of this Trinity Nova. We could actually chase that, to be honest. We could try and boss knock it out. Here comes the... What's it called? The Starbirth. I would actually be surprised here to see Double Crushing Hammer come out from my opponent here. We'll see. Also, like, switch plus another basic to throw down and start to build up could also be a good play for my opponent. The Crushing Hammer they got on us really slowed us down, to be honest. I think it definitely gives them an advantage overall. The fact that they play Crushing Hammer definitely gives them an advantage. Now, to be honest, Double Crushing Hammer here would not be terrible. Oh, I got a Yell Towel. Oh, that might put them out of range. Double Yell. Oh, Yell Towel plus Big Charm does put them out of range, I think. No, they have 220 HP left. Okay, not quite. They're not quite out of range. Yeah, I thought they were getting out of range there. Not quite. If they have a switch, though, they could run away. No, they... All right, that is a peculiar play from my opponent then, because it doesn't quite get them out of range. Lapse Stadium. I'm going to go with the Crystal Cave. The healing from us doesn't really make a big difference, so I feel like... And then... Metal. And then I think I'm just going to Marnium. Yeah, we still get the knockout, so kind of a wasted Starbirth there, I think, for my opponent. I think I'll leave the Crystal Cave in play because I'm currently the one who's being able to utilize it. My opponent actually isn't able to utilize it because I'm not gonna have a damaged dragon or metal Pokemon in play. So I think I'm just gonna leave it in play. Draw there, not great. How much HP do I have remaining? What, 140? I get to 170, so I still get knocked out there. There's no point in putting the Big Charm on my active. Yeah, I think we should take the prize cards. Yeah, I think my opponent thought they were just getting out of range there. But yeah, they're just barely not getting out of range there. Perfect KO on their Duraludon. We got the Metal Energy off the prize cards, which is definitely something I wasn't sure. I was like, we're going to get this Metal Energy for turn to be able to attack, or are we going to whiff the attack for turn? It looks like we'll be able to put the attack together here, though. Get an attack off, but it's still looking like favored. The prize trade just looks favored for my opponent back and forth here, unless our Marnie did its job. Yeah, unless our Marnie did its job super well. But there's an Adventurer's Discovery, so they're gonna be able to set up another Pokemon off this Trinity Nova. Yeah, I think we're just... I mean, I don't want to say we're just gonna lose, but it's not looking great here. It's not looking great here for us. I'm not gonna lie. We're definitely in rough spot. Okay, Trinity Nova 2. They didn't set up any energy. Maybe they don't have energy to set up. That could be how we kind of put this together here. They're actually throwing all their energy on the active here. Okay. No crushing hammers came out of my opponent as well that turn. They still haven't been able to find their other crushing hammers. I have no clue how many they actually play. They threw all their basic energy on their active here, so I feel like we do have a shot here. Now I'm feeling like we have a shot here. Got our energy. I'm scared of Crushing Hammer, so I kind of don't want to look for a Marnie this turn. If I found a Research, I wouldn't hate using Research, I think, just to see more options for the following turn. A Research, so I have the option of like a Marnie or a Boss or something. Well, again, yeah, but they threw all their basic energy on their active, so they're kind of going all in on this one Arceus, which definitely seems a little bit off to me. I mean, let's see what our option is off this. Got the Marnie. All right, let's go with the Marnie. They got a 10-card hand. Maybe they're just holding the Crushing Hammers. You know, Big Charm active. Choice Belt. The bench seems fine. Collapse Stadium to get out of the deck, I don't hate, but it is possible healing could make a difference. Like we could heal, switch out for a turn or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the Crystal Cave in play. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the Crystal Cave in play. Okay, we got a Research, we got an Ultra Ball, got an Energy, got the Boss, which could also be a big deal. Maybe gave them Crushing Hammers though, but we do have one Fighting Energy left. The Crushing Hammers can be really rough on us, to be honest. We do have one Fighting Energy left though, so we'll see if it matters or not. And see what my Marnie does. Yeah, it did give them at least one Crushing Hammer. Here we go. It is a heads. 2 heads will basically put us out of business, I feel like. I think I'm running low on switch cards as well. Let me check that. No, actually, we have plenty of switch cards. Switch cards we have plenty of. So we potentially can run to the bench, like I said. We do have a Fighting Energy left in the deck. So we can still attack. That was not our last. I'm pretty sure the last one is in there. And we didn't have it in our previous hand, so we might want to go with... There's a Boss grab from my opponent. Now, one of my switches is on the bottom of the deck, though. And they are going with the Boss play, so we need switch Fighting Energy here. See, one of my switches is on the bottom of the deck, but the rest of them are in there. So I'm debating whether or not I actually want to play the Ultra Balls or just play the Research. I kind of just want to play the Research. Well, yeah, more energy. I'm surprised they didn't bench a Duraludon and load it up on the previous turn. I felt like that was probably the better play to look for my opponent, to be honest. I think I'm just going to go with the Research here. Fighting Energy plus Switch. There were some switches on the top half. We got the Switch, but we did not get the Fighting Energy. Oh, no. I think it's in the deck. You know what? To be honest, it could be prized. Gonna go with the Escape Rope. We're gonna send the Duraludon in the active. DTE. Or I'm gonna put the... this is weird. I'm gonna put the DTE on the bench. Have the option to attack with Arceus next turn. And pass. If my opponent's got a Boss, they get the dub. A Crushing Hammer would put us in, once again, another awkward spot. I thought the third Fighting was in the deck, but I could have been wrong. I could have been mistaken there. That means we're coming down to top deck switch. Top deck switch, attack with Arceus is our play. Let's see if my opponent has a play themselves, though. Just Trinity Nova. Okay. This is it. It's our last turn to top deck. If we don't get anything here, gonna end up with the L in the mirror match. There's the Fighting Energy. Okay, it was in the deck. We get the dub. I was pretty sure it was in there. I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw it. I'm pretty sure that was this game. And there's the dub. I think a little bit of a misstep from my opponent. Not just setting up another Duraludon. I don't know why they didn't go for that, to be honest. Because I only had, I had 3 prize cards left. Maybe they just forgot how, like, the prize trade was going to break down. And they were like, well, if they get one more knockout, they win. So I can't bench anything. But yeah, I had 3 prize cards left. We actually win from bench out. We don't even win from drawing 6 prize cards there. But yeah, the mirror match... Definitely unfavored for us, though, I think, because they do have those Crushing Hammers, which is such a big deal in the mirror match. And yeah, we're not playing them. All right, here we go again. I think we lost the coin flip again here. Yes. Not working out for us on the coin flips, but can definitely still walk away with the dub. And of course, like I mentioned in the last one, wait a second, isn't the worst thing ever. This doesn't feel terrible. It doesn't feel truly terrible because we can't get off hate. And there it is. Turn 1 Trinity Charge in the hand. With the Pokemon to Trinity Charge 2 as well, so we don't even have to play a draw supporter this turn, to be honest, if we don't want to. We can even play the Boss to try and be a little bit more disruptive. We're up against the Stone Journer. So we are weak to fighting. So we definitely want to set up 2 Duraludon VMAX. Oh my gosh. 11 mulligans here for my opponent. I can't even see my hand. There's so many cards in it. Holy moly. 11 mulligans. Oh my gosh. All right. So yeah, our goal is going to be hit hard and fast and then just keep hitting. That's going to be our goal. All right, our turn. Got the turn one play like I mentioned, so we're going to throw down Duraludon. Attach a DTE. I think I will quick ball away an Ultra Ball here and then just grab another Duraludon V to throw in play. and just put that in play. Just already have it in place so I can like VMAX the next turn. If my opponent plays a Marnie, like, you know, I don't want to just like lose. You know, I don't want to have used nothing out of the hand. I'm gonna set up a Duraludon fully to be able to attack with as well. Because if they get like a Stone Energy or even that Rock Guard, what is that? I forget what basically the Hard Charm tool card that reduces the damage you take by 20. If they get that on it, of course we want, there it is, the full face guard. We want to be able to KO the Stonejourner. There's a Schoolgirl for 4. They're gonna need something. They're gonna need to evolve. They're gonna need something here. All right, they do get the evolution, but yeah, we're just gonna start swinging. Want to swing as hard and as fast as possible. So we're gonna go right into the Duraludon next turn. Not gonna wait. Yeah, we're gonna start swinging with the Duraludon, and I might even just hard retreat the Arceus, to be honest, and save my switch cards. And we will attack with the Arceus at some point, I think. I think I'm just gonna hard retreat, save the switch, and I kind of want to. I do kind of want to go ahead and get rid of the Mustard at this point and the other Arceus. I do want to make this the V-Star, just so we constantly have access to that Starbird. So if our opponent does Marnie us into a kind of a weird hand, we'll have plenty of options to get out of it. And then, yeah, G-Max Pulverization. We're just hitting hard and fast, and hopefully that's going to be enough for us here. 220 damage to the Stonejourner. And we're just going to keep... that's what we're just going to keep doing. Just 220, 220, 220. Here comes a Crushing Hammer from my opponent. It is a heads. Okay. That is actually going to be super annoying, because they can start to remove my fighting energies. And I only play 3 of them. Yeah. Okay, that's big. That's actually pretty big. That heads there. We don't have another fighting energy in hand. We can go try and find one. And now the healing starts from my opponent. Yeah, we can go try and find one. The Crushing Hammers are pretty good against us, to be honest. They are pretty good. We might even have to like set up another Arceus, to be honest, as well. Another pop coming in. Yeah, but we have double metal in hand. I think I'm just going to hold the hand and attach 2 metals and start attacking with the next Duraludon. And hope not too many other Crushing Hammers make their way into the field. Unless we top deck a fighting energy, of course. If we top deck a fighting, we'll just go that route. Yeah, we've been cut off a little bit. I could just go for the win here, play the Marnie, try and find the fighting. Also disrupt my opponent's hand. I do have the Stone Gift coming down as well. I could also get the disruption on my opponent's hand. I get the fighting, we're in a really good spot. But if I whiff any energy for turn, then we're in a kind of a bad spot to be. So I think I'm just going to attach the metal. And, oh, wait, I have the Starbirth. What am I doing? I had Starbirth the whole time. End turn. Okay, so I could have gone Starbirth to get fighting energy and attack. What am I doing? Yeah, I had Starbirth the whole time. So I could have used Starbirth and just attacked that way. Okay, so they do play Path to the Peak. So that's something we're definitely going to want to bump out of play. So we're going to go with a Marnie next turn. Going to want to bump that out of play. Yeah, what I had Starbirth. That's literally what I was talking about, why we like want it in play so bad. So switch. New Duraludon. Metal Energy, Marnie. Not gonna lie, guys, I kind of choked there. We're still in it, though. Marnie coming down. Hopefully they don't have another Crushing Hammer for this fighting energy. That's what we're hoping. But I am Marnieing them, which is giving them... I think they would have played a Crushing Hammer if they had one. So we are giving them more cards to work with, to be honest. And our hand is kind of dead, to be honest, as well. So G-Max Pulverization is going to be a big turn right here. Is my opponent going to get out of this scenario? Yeah, I literally had... I had the Starbirth on the last turn. Because they didn't put the Path to the Peak until this turn, I believe. I could be wrong on that. But I'm pretty sure they put it in play this turn. So, could have. Marnie for my opponent. Okay. No Crushing Hammers in that hand. Will they find some in these next 5 cards? Or will they find enough healing to actually stay alive? We might be able to get the dub here on this next turn, if not. All right, we got our own Marnie. Now, I did not get access to a Stadium. There's a Stone Energy. But that's not going to be enough. There's the Stone Gift. I still don't think that's enough. Yeah, we just got the dub here. 330 Stone Energy. We go through the effects of Stone Energy and the full face guard. Just in case there's some kind of shenanigans. I'm going to go ahead and throw down an energy. And then, yeah, G-Max Pulverization should clean this one up. And that's it. That's the knockout. Guys, that's going to do it for the games with the Duraludon Arceus deck. Coming at you, of course, with a bunch of other decks in the next couple days. Super excited to show you guys those as well. But yeah, that's going to do it for Duraludon Arceus. One of the best. It feels like one of the best decks in the format right now. The deck feels kind of insane, crazy, powerful. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.